coach of the Ursuline Irish, about this win last night. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Coach, I guess where I just want to talk about it, let's start from just getting this team at the beginning of this season. And a good majority of them obviously were on that regional team last year too, a decent majority of them. And they had these goals of getting back there again. What was that kind of task at taking that at the beginning of the season and help leading this team all the way back to regionals now?
Yeah, we do have a good group coming back. And I think with them having experience where they were, they really knew how to lead the team and what their goals were. And so we do have a lot of new faces as well. So like bringing them on and letting them know what our goals are and how we're going to achieve those goals and what can we do to be different, but what can we do to be the same? Like what things worked, what things didn't work.
We've had an opportunity to talk to a couple of your players over the season, and they've all iterated the same thing, that last year's, the way they ended, has just kept them motivated all season. But as you got closer to districts and you got closer to the ultimate goal, has it been hard to keep this team from looking ahead and getting that anticipation and saying, oh, we're so close to where we want to be, and just staying focused on the next team that's in front of them?
Actually, no. I feel like we're doing as best as we can to just play one game at a time, one inning at a time. But we've been working a lot on, like their own confidence in themselves and how they can improve. And so I think that's helped a little bit because they've done a lot of self-reflection and, a lot of positives and negatives of our last game and then going into our next game. So I think that's helped a little bit.
Let's talk about the pitching of Paige last night, too, in that circle. I mean, we went over her stat line, absolutely dominating in that circle. How proud are you of a coach to see her put up that kind of performance in a big district championship game?
I'm very proud of her. She trusted her defense. She trusted her pitches. She just it clicked. It worked. The ball was moving pretty well, and I feel like as a team as a whole, we're meshing pretty well right now.
I've said it before. I love Eliza Cecilia at the top of the lineup. She brings just that instant offense right when teams have to go right out there. 2 for 3 last night. Talk about what she's brought to the team and how much her offense right at the top of that order means to the momentum of the game.
She has such an explosive swing, and then around the bases, she's very quick and she's explosive, and she's always looking to get the next bag or be aggressive, and which starts us off in a positive note 9 times out of 10. So I could not be happier with how she's doing and leading the team in that way.
With the regionals games not starting until Wednesday, a little bit of time in between, how do you manage that anticipation for not only yourself, but for some of the newer players that are getting acclimated to it now?
Yeah, I think it might actually be harder for the upperclassmen because they're just like, okay, let's play. Like we're ready. And, taking a step back and still you're, like I said earlier, focus on, okay, what can we do to improve? What can we do? What kind of things are we doing well? We got to continue to stay intentional about that. So a couple good, defensive and offensive practices. And we're going to squeeze in the game against Matthews as well, just to stay sharp and to play a really great team and see some live hitting. So
those are 2 teams that are going to regionals, as Matthews won their district championship as well. So that's a great get. I want to talk about Eliza Barbado because she's on a tear. 2 home runs in 2 days, 2 games, I should say. How does it feel to have her step up in this big stage and to know what she's able and capable of?
I'm so happy for her. And she is just an awesome player to watch and get to experience and be around and be, because her excitement and just like her mentality that she brings on the field is just, it's a joy. And I think she's very encouraging to the other players, like in terms of being excited about a great thing. And it's contagious the way she acts. I told her sister's actually been in town since the tournament run. And I go, Maris, whatever you said or did, like you got to stick around for Liza to continue on to keep doing well.
From your perspective, I know you guys, I know coaches and players, you always want to look at the next task ahead. You never want to look too far ahead. But has it been kind of hard keeping some of the girls from looking a little bit ahead at the regional final, seeing what other opponents lie ahead or what could be lying ahead for them?
Maybe a little bit, but we don't. We haven't talked about it. We talk about the very next team, and that's kind of what our focus has been about.
Let's talk about the next team in Northwestern, a team that maybe some people in YSN aren't too familiar with, but they've been to regionals plenty of times. They're kind of a mainstay in this Division III regional, like a lot of the teams in this region are. I don't know, how much do you know about them? What do you think they bring to the table, and what do you expect from Northwestern to throw at you on Wednesday?
We don't know too much. We have a couple. I had a coach go take a look, and so we learned a little bit about them, but yeah, we don't know too much. So I'm hoping we just go out and play our game and go from there.
There's no doubt that anytime anything Ursuline gets posted on socials or anything, it's like it spreads like wildfire and like people just eat it up. It's a frenzy. So I got to imagine some of these games with the Ursuline faithful, they probably back you up even more so at them. What is that like, getting that kind of support for the softball team and just knowing that the whole community has your back?
It's been awesome. Like yesterday, especially, we really felt it. Teachers, family are out, and that's been probably part of the coolest part of this whole journey and experience.
Time with the seniors is winding down. Even if you win state, you have 4 games left with them. Talk about the bond that you've been able to build with these seniors and how hard it is going to be for you to not be able to write their names on your lineup card after this season.
They, I've known some of them for quite a long time, and to get to see and witness the type of people that they are, because they're not just great softball players, they're awesome people. And I'm just excited. I'm going to try to, I'm excited about their next journey in life. And I just like the seniors last year, they come around and say hi, and we get to hear about their experiences. I totally expect ours to do the same. So,
what are those talks, I guess, like with the seniors once that tournament starts, and then it becomes a realization that very realistically the next game could be the last that they put on that Irish uniform? What are those kind of talks like once tournament starts with your seniors?
We pray for our health and our safety, most importantly. And then it's, you leave everything out there. You don't want to look back and say, I regret this or I regret that. And so that's really kind of been our main focus, and whatever role you play is important. And so embrace that role and go from there. And then also, like, most importantly, have fun, because since this could be your last game, you want to know that you left it all out, but you're also doing it having fun.
The other thing that players have said about you as we've talked to them is you have had a bigger focus on the mental aspect of the game this year, and they've had benefits of that. What have been some of your routines and some of the things that you've done to try to keep this team mentally focused and try to keep them as mentally strong as possible throughout the softball season?
Like I mentioned, we talk about like some negatives and positives individually and as a team, but then we try to focus on, okay, if it was a negative, what can we do to make that better and be more game smart and efficient? We've done a lot of self-reflections and visualizing themselves succeeding. I think that's a big deal. Like, put yourself in that position and mentally see yourself doing those things, and hopefully it helps.
I feel like a dugout tells a lot about a team's culture. So in saying that, what is Coach Dugan's ideal dugout look like?
Well, I always yell at them to be louder, but they have been pretty loud these last couple games. And they love their music, and that's what gets them hyped and excited. And so I'm all for it.
All right, we're going to let you go, and we want to thank you for the time that you were able to hop on with us. I know your time's limited, and we thank you so much for being able to tell us about the win last night and preview a little bit what you have to come. We wish you the best of luck on Wednesday. We hope you guys get a win and move on to a regional final. We look forward to talking again real soon.
Thanks again. Thanks for squeezing me in. Take care, guys.